One summer moment can change a child's life. Through Toys for Tots Give and Go initiative, your support provides books, games, toys, and outdoor adventures that spark curiosity, creativity, and a love of nature. Whether it's fishing, learning a new sport, reading under a tree, or playing with friends, these moments build confidence and lifelong memories. For too many children, those moments never come. You can help change that this summer. Visit toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots, delivering hope beyond the holidays.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. You taxi. Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And we have a final result. Actually, this is the least surprising thing ever. When you run unopposed in, say, the Maine Democrat primary race, yeah, you're probably going to win. And Janet Mills was the governor there, was a candidate there, and she decided to drop out about 2 months ago, well before early voting. So Graham Platner was basically like doing it like a Saddam Hussein, like he run unopposed. And yet, still, Janet Mills, despite not being in this race, still got 20% of the vote. And some other, random candidates added up to another 8%. Overall, Graham Platner, despite basically being the only candidate in the race, only got 72% of the vote while running basically unopposed. So, whoops. The Mills number is particularly disturbing, I would think, for the Platner campaign, that she got 20% despite not being in the race. That's tough to do. Anyway, here is Mark Bendar. He is a very smart political analyst, and here he's saying that 72% of the vote sounds good on paper, but it ain't good when you ran against no one. Cut number 2, go.
Graham Platner got 72% of the vote. He wasn't accepted outright, so 20% of the vote still went to Janet Mills. She wasn't even campaigning, so that's like a T-ball team giving up 20% of the game's runs to the tee. Oh. So we're going to have to see how many of these votes for Janet Mills, someone who is not even anywhere near visibility, were these protest votes? Are these same individual Maine Democrats going to come out in the general election? We're going to have to see. What we're seeing, too, across the nation is that House Democrats view what a liability that Graham Platner is on their ticket. So you see actually more visceral antagonism towards Graham Platner's candidacy from the House. And these are from safe House seats. And so...
Yeah, I mean, that's great. It's like giving up 20 runs to the tee in T-ball. That's true, right? Stationary object, not doing anything. So that's where that stands at this point. And again, Susan Collins, I get she's a rhino. I get she doesn't vote with Trump all the time. At the same time, she is much, much, much better than the alternative, who is Graham Platner, who now is saying, my story, of pleasuring myself in porta potties and saying black people don't tip and saying women should be more adult if they want to avoid being raped, saying that women in the military shouldn't be able to lodge rape allegations against anybody else in the military. The guy who actually mocked a Purple Heart recipient for saving his platoon got shot 4 times and said the MRFer deserved to die. The guy who says that ICE should be abolished. The guy who says that DHS should be abolished. The guy who says that, oh boy, border security should be defunded. The guy who embraces communism. That guy, yeah. His story is one of redemption, especially the whole Nazi tattoo thing, which he blames on PTSD. And we're going to play a clip in a moment why that is such BS. But anyway, here's cut number 10, go.
And to any of those who feel let down or disappointed or disillusioned, it is my job to earn your trust, faith, and support. Redemption is not just some simple or easy destination. It's a journey. I've made mistakes in my life, mistakes that I regret, that I live with, and that I continue to learn from. And I'm still far from perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Every day, I wake up and I try to be a little bit better and a little bit kinder than I was the day before.
Again, this is horse you-know-what. Because this guy, I mentioned the Purple Heart recipient. His name is Terry Daniels. And he continues, Platner does, refuses to apologize for wishing death on this person who took 4 bullets for his platoon. He also denies all sexual assault allegations against him, including, the whole throwing the woman into the bedroom and locking the door and not letting her out to the next day, leaving marks on shoulders because he was pressing on him so hard, yanking people out of cabs, could break an arm that way. Again, and all those sexting things that were going on while he was married. I guess that's no big deal in politics anymore. Oh, and being on that predatory website for children, Kick, doesn't apologize for any of this. So don't tell me about redemption, Graham Platner. You've apologized for nothing. And the Nazi tattoo, instead of apologizing for it, saying I shouldn't have gotten it, I know what it was and I got rid of it. For you to insult all of our intelligence by saying that you don't know what that was, a Totenkopf, concentration camp guards for 20 years, when your ex-girlfriend said you bragged about it. Don't tell me about redemption. So that's basically the plan here at this point. He's going to portray himself as a victim of war, PTSD, and that's what made him do all these things. Except I don't see a lot of other military members getting Nazi tattoos and visiting porta potties for 5 to 8 minutes to have some fun with himself. And the things he said about blacks saying they don't tip. Does PTSD cause you to say things like that? I'm just curious. Probably not. It doesn't cause you to be an anti-Semite, a communist, and a racist. Oh, and he called all Maine voters outside of any Maine large population centers racist and stupid. Good luck getting those votes there, Platner. Anyway, so here's the plan now from the media. Here's Joe Scarborough, a morning Joe. Joe used to be a Republican congressman. True story. And now, here's how he sets up Platner, talk about T-ball on the tee, for what he calls so-called scandals. In other words, even Scarborough saying, they really don't. These really aren't scandals. This is a Republican attack. This is the media going after you. And then ties it back to PTSD. Again, trying to portray this guy as a victim. Cut 7, go.
With all of the controversies, with the scandals, so-called scandals, it depends on a voter's point of view on whether the controversies are scandals. A lot of it, you have said, had to do with PTSD when you came back from service. And my God, I know families for generations have seen loved ones experience this, even when they didn't call it PTSD.
Oh, man. So if he had PTSD after coming back from war, what made him sign up to work for Blackwater exactly? Like, why would you want to go back into the situation like that if you suffer from PTSD? I don't know. Just asking questions here. And oh, by the way, when he was on these predatory sites and making these Reddit posts and sending these texts to women that weren't his wife, that's 20 years after his deployment was done. Do you still suffer from PTSD there? And again, what does PTSD have to do with going to sites like this or soliciting women, or maybe not even women, maybe girls? We don't know, right? Because these were blind posts that he was doing on that particular predatory site. But the text we know about, fine. So 20 years later, PTSD makes you do those things? That's an interesting symptom of it, because I haven't really heard that before, because it's bull. I wish I could swear on this show. Just once or twice. This particular word absolutely applies.
Thanks for listening. The Joe Concha Tunnel to Towers Foundation Sunday Morning Show. You can hear the Joe Concha Tunnel to Towers Foundation Sunday Morning Show. Sunday mornings at 10. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode, so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?